What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's time to continue the Windows 8 experiment, and the Craptop is all ready to go, wired into the wired network and everything. 2 mice, 2 computers going at once. Not the first time I've done this, and it certainly won't be the last. First off, I apologize for not getting to this yesterday, but there was no way that I would have been able to get anything done yesterday. Let's not forget where I am, folks. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. And as you may have guessed from the accent there, we got some hillbillies out here in the woods. Yesterday afternoon, that we had someone on this street who was really bored, had their shotguns and pistols out shooting coffee cans in their backyard. So every so often, boom, 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 you'd hear gunfire off in the distance. And it was scaring one of the dogs on the street, so we had gunfire and howling dogs and the whole 9 yards. That wouldn't have been good for any videos, I imagine. Plus, I was busy editing the stuff from Saturday night. So anyways, everything's much quieter now from the sounds of it, and it looks like the hillbillies are taking a day off, so let's get back to the fun here with the Craptop. Now, this is running Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit edition. So I'd like to dual boot this if possible. Last time we ran into compatibility issues between Windows 8 Consumer Preview and Windows XP, because the XP was 32-bit, but I'm hoping that getting this thing to dual boot will be a lot easier. I figure if I can't get it working on this without having to do a whole jump through hoops thing and whatnot, then maybe I should just skip the Consumer Preview entirely. One reason why I want to be able to dual boot is because it's a consumer preview. I imagine at some point Microsoft is going to turn the preview off and it's going to stop working. So obviously, in case the worst happens, I do want to have a disk image ready to go. So let's see what we can do. Now, there's going to be a bit of a problem here. Now, I've been using Seagate Disk Wizard for my imaging, which requires a Seagate drive. And this Craptop has a Hitachi hard drive in it. So let's see what I can do about that to get past that hurdle. Well, here we are, back here again, and this machine is still here. Yeah, I understand from what Dad was telling me, I think he'll be here, if not this week, he said he would definitely be here next week to pick this computer up. Now here's what I don't get. The guy goes on about how his E-machine is oh so terrible, and then I actually make a machine that runs 10 times better, and he's like, yeah, I'll pick it up in a couple of weeks. But nah, just kidding. We're going to do the whole respect our elders thing here and don't get your computer, darn it. Anyways, this computer is neither here nor there. What matters is, of course, the enclosure that we used last time and the Seagate drive. Now, what I've run into with Seagate Disk Wizard is that it requires at least one drive in your system to be a Seagate. And last I checked, it didn't matter whether that drive was part of the computer or a plug-in drive. Now, I have absolutely nothing that I can do with any of these, with these 2 old 160 gig PATA drives that I still have sitting around. So let's mount this up in the enclosure. So we'll actually fully build the enclosure now instead of just using the bracket. Let's mount this up in this enclosure and see if we can use this to get around that limitation. I already hate this thing. I managed to get the drive attached, but if we turn this around, and as you can see by the scratches on the hard drive, it's an extremely tight squeeze. And look what it's doing to these cables. Look at that poor ribbon cable getting squashed. I can't imagine this is going to last very long, but then again, it is parallel ATA. And oh, don't forget the hardwired Molex connector that's now got a little bit of stress on it as well. The big thing I'm concerned about, though, is the teeny tiny bit of space between the printed circuit board on the bottom of the hard drive and this metal thing. It's a tight squeeze, so this metal could wind up getting scratched very easily. So I just hope it doesn't short out my drive or anything. I tried checking the manual, but guess what? The manual is useless. It's for the SATA version of this bracket. So before I even hook this up to a computer, I'm going to plug this in and see if it goes up in smoke the minute I apply power. So all it's going to do is fry itself instead of cause damage to any of my systems. Let's finish putting it together. Okay, shoddy build quality and all, the beast is together. Now let's hope I don't blow this drive to Kingdom Come by applying power. No zaps, no sparks, no smoke show, just the whine of a hard drive spinning up. Sweet, I think we got ourselves a plug-in drive. Dinosaur drive, go! The blue light you're seeing is actually over on the other side. There's a little Vantech logo that lights up. Kind of neat, serves as a drive light for this thing. Okay, POTA plug-in drive G is plugged in. Yo G, what's up? I don't know. Control panel. Yeah, I probably got the street cred of Weird Al Yankovic in the White and Nerdy video. Anyways, where's the device manager? There it is. There we go. Device manager. Here's what I want to see. I want to view devices by connection. Let's see. PC, yeah, PCI Express. No, the USB. Where's the USB stuff? No. View devices by type. Does the drive register as, not resources by type, there we go. Device by type. Does it register? Shoot, this might not work. Because the drive holder is registering as Initio, it might not count as a Seagate drive, even though there is a Seagate drive in there as evidenced by the model number. Shoot. Let's see what happens. Well, let's see what happens when we try installing Disk Wizard. If those big trucks will keep quiet. Hillbillies, trucks. A couple of weeks now, it's going to start getting warm out. Folks are going to be out in motorcycles. Okay, Acronis, because it's branded by Seagate. If this isn't doable, I should be getting an error message really shortly. File copying, prepared to install, etc., etc., etc. I just hope it doesn't try to install it on the plug-in drive by mistake. Yeah, that's something else, folks. Pay attention to your drive letters whenever you use a plug-in hard drive, because I've had situations before where applications haven't installed properly, and as it turns out, it installed it to the plug-in drive program files instead of the C drive and program files. Okay, how come I'm not getting anything? Oh, there we go. Next, I accept. There should be an error that you need at least one Seagate drive if this isn't going to work. Install for everybody, because I'm the only one that uses the computer. Okay, where's my error message? Am I going to even get one? And this is installing off the plug-in drive. Oh, that's one way you can see the logo. That little blue Vantech logo is reflecting off the drive, of course. A little slow on reading the disk, aren't we? Maybe I shouldn't have run this off the plug-in drive. Okay, is it even going to do anything? There's noise, but I'm not hearing any read-write noise. Nothing in the taskbar either. Maybe I should just run this off the hard drive. Or I should just restart the camera whenever this thing does anything. That's a better idea. Finally, signs of life! As I figured, the bar moved absolutely nowhere, and then suddenly it shot across all at once. So here we go. Still not getting any errors. Maybe the error doesn't happen when Disk Wizard is installed, but it happens when you go to start Disk Wizard. That's quite alright. I already have a backup plan in case this doesn't work. I'm just hoping I don't have to use it. Please wait, please wait. Okay, raise your hands, folks, if you want to see a video that consists entirely of looking at a progress bar on a program install. That's what I thought. We'll be back. Finito! Okay, close. Oh, you gotta restart the computer. Raise your hands, folks, if you want to see a video that consists entirely of someone restarting computers. That's what I thought. We'll be right back. I'm back in the saddle again! Okay, let's run, Disk Wizard, run! Okay, there's our error, well, not the error message, but the UAC. Here's where I'm going to get my error message. If I wasn't going to get it when I was installing it, I am expecting it here. You must have at least one Seagate drive in order to use this program. So, processing. We're not running off the plug-in drive this time, so it's actually the hard drive that's being slow. I have been too spoiled by SSDs lately. Hard drives are just slow as molasses to me now. Okay, analyzing partitions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is where we'll get the error message. Jackpot! To use the product, at least one Seagate or Maxter device should be installed in your system. So, this leaves me with a couple of options. I can either try using Seagate Disk Wizard with a real Seagate plug-in drive, like one of their Travel or whatever it's called, or something like that, or I can go to Plan B. I don't feel like buying a plug-in drive just to use this program, so let's go to Plan B. Okay, plan B on this whole mess. Since the Seagate Disk Wizard thing's not going to work, I went to the website for Hitachi Global Storage, which of course those are the folks that made the hard drive in this thing, and they've pointed me to this free product, at least the free edition of this product, Mirai HD Clone 4.1. Okay, let's try this one out. Let's try that free edition and see what kinds of features it has. The Universal Download Package contains HD Clone as a Windows application and as a self-booting application. You can easily create a bootable floppy disk or CD in Windows with only a few mouse clicks. Floppy image ISO and manual are also included. We'll work with the ISO then. Let's see how the program itself runs. 25 megs, so that's a lot smaller than Disk Wizard. Let's see what this program can do when it finishes. Okay, question number 1 about this HD Clone program. Will it let me create image files, or do I have to sacrifice a drive? Because if I do, we'll sacrifice this thing. Some of these things are only going to copy from a partition drive to a partition drive, so let's see what it does here. I also have the audio patched into the audio sound system, so you don't have to listen to the crappy laptop speakers. Like that's going to make a difference with this thing going through a camera anyways. So HD Clone Free Edition, etc., etc. Fine print. How am I supposed to read that? Let's see. The free edition offers basic copying functionality, faster copying, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Store individual partition. What kind of interface is this? Store individual partition? Oh, close. Alright. Store entire disk. Oh, okay. So let's see what we got here. Backup. Store entire disk. Because there are multiple partitions. Oh, you have to click one and click next. Okay. HD Clone is scanning for connected drives, etc. Because Windows 7 creates that backup and recovery type stuff too. So I'm going to definitely want to back up the whole drive in case the Windows 8 installer messes with that. Okay, who wants to watch a video that consists entirely of a program scanning for drives? Raise your hand. Didn't think so. We'll be back. And no sooner did I turn the darn thing off than voila. Okay, source drive. Wait a minute. Oh, IDE, that's right. I'm like, this is an IDE drive too. No, but it's in the USB container, the USB enclosure. That's why it's only showing up as 160 gigs. So 320 gigs, etc., etc., etc. Let's see if this thing is smart enough. Let's see if the image name, sweet. Now, if it wasn't for all this fine print, things would be a lot more interesting. Okay, I got error messages that I couldn't run the image because this has, of course, a 300-something gig drive, and this is only 160, and it doesn't look like it was going to shrink the drive size down in order to work properly. So, shoot. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do here. Epic fail.